Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars, Part 10, the Director's Cut. I am Xexor, hosting this, and we are in a back alley here. We finished at Hotel Ubu, and I'm now in the alley behind here. I was kind of thinking maybe there might be something back here too. Something with which to interact, but I'm not especially hopeful now that I'm going to find something. In the last part, we had been in the hotel, and we had talked with Madame or Mrs. Piermont, the English lady, who had previously told us that Khan, under the guise of being what's his name? Let's see, go back one. Where's his name? Monsieur Moulin. Monsieur Moulin. Anyway, and under the guise of being Monsieur Moulin, had been talking with Ms. Piermont, was kind of, schmoozing her, like smooth talking her or whatever. But he's a big liar, apparently. So anyway, so she is, she's out for revenge. So she wanted to help me, George, find out more information about him because we believe he's the killer. So that's what we did. She basically distracted the concierge. She said, I have something I want to put in, some jewels I want to put in your safe. So the concierge took them back to the safe. So while he was gone, I nabbed the key, went upstairs to the room next to Khan's. In that room, then I did some searching around. I didn't really find anything except I went out on the balcony. And so from there, I was able to go to the balcony outside Moulin's room and jump inside. And then I searched there. Didn't really find anything either. But then, as I was about to leave out the front door to his room, Khan was coming up the stairs. So I was like, oh crap. So George went into the closet and shut the door. And even though Khan opened the closet door, apparently somehow he didn't see George. And he ended up changing his pants out of the clown's pants or whatever. So he left the pants on the bed. So after he left the room, then George searched those, found some more clues, came outside. Looks like the two Italian mafia bouncer dudes outside the front of the hotel were basically decided they were going to give me a hard time, or they were going to search me. Apparently they're looking for somebody in particular or something. Anyway, so looks like we cannot go to the right. So, where do I go? So it's like I do need to go back there somehow because I don't see another direction to go. So there obviously is something that I'm missing. So I guess let me go back in the alley. Anyway, and yeah, so now we're in the back of the alley here. I don't know if some of these things, maybe you could interact with them if you're closer and I just was too far away. That's always possible. Just like over at the key, right? At the quayside room or whatever, there had been... See, there's not even something to tell me, hey, this is locked or whatever. So I'm not sure. Let's just leave, I think. Anyway, yeah, at the quayside room, there had been, stuff in the room. There was a secret chamber we found, but you couldn't get anything without the lights on, so. Yeah. I don't think any of this is going to be useful. There's really nothing back here. Maybe I'm not supposed to have left yet then. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. Okay. Well, I guess let me go back out front again. Okay. See, that doesn't move to the side at all. So I really don't know. Go back into the hotel, I guess. I don't know at this point, really. See what else I can find.
Hi, ma'am. Hello, George, what can I do for you now?
Yeah, these guys.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
TMI? Dude, TMI? Okay.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
Of course I did.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers. But he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
Uh-oh. Looks like that's what we need to do then, I guess. And she is going to give him the business. As long as she didn't give me the business, I'm okay, I think.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Okay. Turned out to be an ancient manuscript. So what was... Or so that was what Plantat was killed for, but why? Lady Piermont is fantastic. If I were a couple 100 years older, after helping me get the room key, she then worked her magic to get me con stash out of the hotel site. Alright. So now do I...
What now, monsieur?
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
I see.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either.
Alright. So basically you're a loser and you're not going to be helpful. I got it. Got it. Okay, let me, just in the off chance that I die, because I was told that you can actually die in this game, which makes sense in later Broken Sword, at least in Broken Sword 3, you can die. It's possible for you to die, so I want to make sure that I've saved just in case.
I couldn't leave the hotel with the manuscript. It was probably what those thugs were looking for.
Oh.
Hello again. Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Okay. Well, so at least the game was kind of smart about it and like, well, it's probably what the thugs are looking for, so... Can I use a phone here? No. Yes, no, 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 yes, no. No, it's looking like no.
There was nothing in the wardrobe.
Alright. Should we, I guess we should maybe go back out to the balcony and see if I can use the phone in Khan or Mulan's room? Maybe? I don't know. Not really sure at this point what the next thing is, but we will try. Go inside. Let's see. Okay, let me... See, that looks at the pants, but it still doesn't let me use anything.
The assassin had been too smart to...
Okay, let me put this on pause. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. And, yeah. I was going to go into his room, and apparently I didn't actually click to go. Oh, no. I did and didn't find anything. That's right. So I don't know how I phone Nico or whatever. Let's see. Can I go...
The cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard.
So, can I see anything? Maybe that's it. Maybe I need a perspective to see something in the alleyway over here. Well, still won't let me, probably still won't let me leave, right? Because those guys are waiting for me. So... let's see. Oh, I can go out his front door, though, can't I? Well... yeah, let me do that. So I know I had to go right back where I just came. Sorry. Let me, that's I think what I was going to do, and I forgot, because I had a phone call, so I had to pause it. I think that's what I was going to do, is going to go out his hotel room door and see if... Nah, it just went out. Okay. And there's nothing else here in the way. Okay. So now I'm here. See, and I can't use... This is a phone booth, but I can't use it. Apparently. So it's interesting. Okay, maybe talk to Mrs. Piermont again? I don't know.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
This is what Merlin was so keen to hide.
Really? Well, that fuss for a sample of wallpaper.
It's some kind of manuscript, and it looks to be very old.
If I was you, I'd keep it well out of sight until you're clear of this place.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I could roll it up and put it down my pants.
No, that wouldn't do at all. You'd attract far too much attention.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
So it's like every time that just reactivates a guess.
Can you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Moulin, maybe?
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Ah, Mr. Merlin, perchance.
That's him. Does this tissue mean anything to you?
I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
I got the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am. I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
Alright, let's see. Hey, do you have any more options for me, dude, really, or not really at all?
Hello again. This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
Sarcasm, huh? Nice.
Have you ever seen this old manuscript before? You know what it is, don't you?
You are in great danger. Put the manuscript back and leave here.
What's going on?
I can say no more.
Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
So I'm supposed to put the manuscript back?
Tell me again about Alamut.
It is the home of the old man of the mountains.
Okay.
Thanks for
so
your
let me-
help.
Goodbye.
Maybe look at this then, I guess?
It was the ancient manuscript which Khan had stolen from Plantau. It was the ancient...
Yeah, okay. He's telling me I need to put it back, so I don't know. Let me see.
What now, monsieur?
Do you want this manuscript back?
After all the fuss it caused? No, you keep it.
Oh, I have an idea. How about I try to put it in a drawer in the room? Or, I don't know, the bed maybe? Oh, I wonder if I could drop it off the balcony and then go around and pick it up? Possibly. I don't know.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript.
So no.
But I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Oh yeah, so there you go. Alright. So now, we'll go outside. Maybe I'll save it, just in case. Alright. Here we go, let's see.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
I bet if I had the manuscript, they'd kill me. Probably.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, Josh.
Okay, so let's share a little bit at a time, I guess. Let's do this first. Let's do this first.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, Josh.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking? Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times, warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his scrolling. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
Okay, here we go.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue. A name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it? A credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
Oh, so it looks like the name is German, so it's Merlin. I see.
You're just not going to believe what I found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of 2 knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Okay, so that's good.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
All right.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
I'm not a girl. It was when I was a kid. Shut up.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes. Look there, 2 guys on the same horse. Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Kroon Museum. I'll give you the address.
Suppose it maybe makes it easier game mechanics wise wherever in the original, but I think it's funny that George is doing all the footwork and Nico's doing like nothing. Okay.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Wait, another? Oh. What? No. Okay.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
There's a guy with between them. A knight with the knight's through my... There's a woman, but the reflection has... There's a guy working on a loom.
Alright, so it's basically
Are
the
you
same
sure
stuff.
you've never heard of Thomas Merlin?
Positive.
Okay.
I have to go.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Kroon Museum.
Alright, well that's been it. We'll stop here. This has been Let's Play Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars, the Director's Cut, Part 10. I am Xexor, and I have hosted this for you. And I'll see you in the next part, where we will go... we'll go further investigate. We'll look at the museum, go to the professor, I should say, and investigate further. So I'll see you guys in the next part. Thanks. Peace.